Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a bonus Searching for Sports Cards. Today I got my first SGC submission back from my local card shop. I'm going to try to hold this camera as steady as I can to give you guys a good look at these. Can't get down to my normal setup. I had some surgery on my foot, so my tripod is downstairs, and I'm not going to try to hobble my way down there just to get it. So without further ado, here is the first of the submissions. First up, we're going to take a look at is 1975 Topps Robin Yount rookie card. This one did come back a 4. Again, you can see the chipping down in the corners, but pretty well centered. And then again, you can see the centering on the back of this card. Try to keep the glare off of here for you. I did predict a 5 in my prediction video on this one, but it came back a 4. I'm not going to complain about that. I was expecting somewhere in that 4 to 5 range on both of these Younts. Here is the other 75 Topps Robin Yount. This one also came back just the opposite. I thought this one would come back a 4. This is the one with the big spot on the back. They clearly didn't treat that as too big of a blemish. Some softness in the top right corner up there that we talked about. But again, this one came back a 5. I'm really pleased with a 5 on this card. I was expecting a 4, so was hoping for 2 5s on these Younts, but again, a 5 and a 4, I'm not going to complain too much. Again, these are just for my personal collection and one for a buddy of mine, so nothing to get too worked up about here. This card actually came back a little bit higher. I think I predicted a 6 for the 78 Andre Dawson Gold Cup. This card has really great eye appeal, fairly well centered on the front. Sits a little low, or a little high, I guess would be more appropriate on the back side. But I was looking for a 6 on this. It came back a 6.5, so pretty pleased overall. Now the two that I'm quite disappointed in, you guys. I guess we'll start here. We'll go with 77 Topps Andre Dawson rookie card. This one came back a 4. This card is an easy 5, possibly a 6 in my opinion. I don't really know what the big issue was in this card, because you can see the front is crisp. The corners are all really pretty good on this card. The only blemish on the card is right here by my thumb. But that's way less significant to me than the one on the Robin Yount card. So for this card to come back a 4, I'm a little disappointed in that. I would have loved to see that be a minimum of a 5. You guys let me know. Do you think that card's undergraded? I feel like it's undergraded by at least a whole point. It could have easily been a 5, maybe even a 5.5 or a 6. And then this one hurt me pretty good as well. Just based on the comparison cards that I've looked at out there, this Chelios 84-85 O-Pee-Chee Chelios came back a 6.5. I was fully expecting a 7, kind of hoping for an 8 on this card. I know the centering's a little tough on it, left to right, but again, the corners are crisp. The edges are crisp. There's no blemishing on the back to speak of. This is just a really clean card, and like I said, there are some other examples that I've seen that are not as centered in this and not as clean as this that did pretty well and pulled down 7.5s and 8s. So I feel like that one's a little bit undergraded overall, but one more quick peek at these for you guys, and then I'm going to show you a couple more cards I picked up today. But there's the Robin Yount. That one come back a 4. Again, the big issue is the chipping down in the bottom, but I think that card is centered beautifully. It presents well in this lab. When I look for older cards, centering is probably number 1. This was the centering on this one came back a 5. I don't think it's as centered as well as the 4, to be honest with you, but it is in better condition on the edges. The top right corner is a little bit soft. I'll try to zoom in. You can see that there. But overall, those are two really good looking examples of the 75 Topps Robin Yount rookie card. So, and then one more quick peek here. The 6.5 Andre Dawson. I'm happy with that. Again, I cannot complain about that. This is another card to me that has really good eye appeal with the centering. In my personal collection, I'm just looking for eye appeal and centering. Chelios, again, it's off on the left to right centering, a little bit maybe on top to bottom, but nothing terrible top to bottom, and the edges and corners are so crisp on this card. I did think this was at least a 7, so that one's a little disappointing. And then here's the one that is kind of eating at me a little bit, is this Andre Dawson. And I'm going to try to zoom in so you guys can see the corners. Try to keep my phone reflection out of there. Look at that, edge is clean. That corner is pretty darn clean. Coming down the edge, it's real clean. Pretty good corner. We got a little bit of printing blemish next to Danny Walling's name. But again, overall, I think this card is really clean. Take a look at the back. Centering is not ideal on the back, but I didn't think it was enough to knock it down to a 4, certainly. But again, and then there is that blemish right there in the Danny Walling portion. But let's just go back and look at that Robin Yount blemish, because I think that one was significantly worse. I mean, there's the Robin Yount blemish, and that come back a 5. So at any rate, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about these grades, and then I'll just show you real quick here. I picked up a box of 91 Fleer baseball for 15 bucks today, and I got some fun pulls out of it. So we got the Pro Visions Jose Canseco. Got a little bit of tough action going on in that top right corner, but really clean card, fun card. Pulled the Pro Visions Kirby Puckett. Not perfectly centered, but really a good clean card. These are fun cards. These are really tough graders. I know the Bo Jackson sells for several $100s in a 10, but I think the pop count on a PSA 10 Bo Jackson is less than 20. There's the Darryl Strawberry. This has probably got the best chance of a 10 out of any of these Pro Visions I pulled today. I don't know that I'll send these in or not, but and then here's the Bo Jackson. I'm super pumped. I'm going to slab this one up regardless. I think that top right corner is just going to hold it back a little bit, but this is one of the most iconic cards from when I was a kid, so I'm really happy to have that one. But that's about it for tonight, you guys. Let me know what you think about the grades from SGC in the comments below. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Keep on ripping.